Hello everyone. So if you saw my video from earlier, you know I'm going to be continuing the Battlefront 3 concept series as the live streams. It's just going to be easier that way for me, because I did actually record audio before I lost it for this hero concept in particular, and it came in at about something like 48 minutes long. I eventually lost it and I recorded it, I think, either last year, maybe late the year before. It was a very long video. It would have taken me forever to actually upload. So, yeah, unfortunately, that is a bit. Hang on. I'm actually going to get up Paint 3D in that, just in case I have to draw reference. So, give me a moment. Yeah. Anyway, so of course, disclaimer, as I always put out in these videos, Battlefront 3 has not been confirmed by anyone. If anything, it's been confirmed that we are not getting a Battlefront 3 for a very long time. This is simply a concept for what the game could be like. Enjoy. And I'll pretty much just be reading off the Google documents I have here of everything I have. I apologise if I stutter a bit, because some of these, I think I wrote this one back in 2024, so it may be a bit junky in places. And as they go on, they will be a bit more realistic. So then, let's begin. So it's all come down to this, the concepts for the characters. Today we shall go over Luke and Vader, their stats, their damage, their abilities, their star cards, their emotes, their skins, etc. So let's not waste time, let's begin. This will also have small references to part 3 of this series, which goes over the gameplay, so I suggest watching that before this video or after, depending on which you prefer. At least then you get the full picture. So let's start off with Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is a different character compared to the EA Battlefronts. He is not as quick, and he is more true to how he is portrayed on his fighting style in the original trilogy, where he's at more of an average speed. So Luke will be a bit faster than soldiers and blaster heroes, but won't be as fast as he was in the previous games, being of a more average speed. He is playable in 2 eras at launch, the original trilogy era and the sequel era. Post-launch, he will be playable in the New Republic era. Of course, in hero modes and Galactic Assault, this rule is ignored. So let's get into the statistics for Luke. Luke's health will be 12,000. No, 1,200, sorry. 10,000 and... yeah. 21000, so that is 12,000, isn't it? Yeah, it is 12,000. I think. Hold on a moment. Let me just. This is one of those moments where I'm very confused. Give me a moment. Google Translate. How do I say this? Okay, it is 12,000. Thank you, Google Translate. Now I know how to pronounce these. Because sometimes it'll be like 1,200, but no, it's 12,000. So Luke's health will be 12,000. Now, like just about every hero, Luke cannot heal in trooper modes and can only gain health by killing opposing heroes in the match. Now, if you are in hero modes, this will work differently. Anakin's self-regeneration pool is 2,000, and of course upon Anakin, shouldn't this be Luke? Luke's health regeneration pool is 2,000, and of course upon killing heroes in all modes, he receives 3,000 health. His health regen delay will be 1 second. The amount of health he regenerates per second after the delay is 1,200. Now, due to the much greater health heroes have, they will have increased stamina. Luke will be able to swing 20 times before being completely depleted, and will be able to block 15 melee strikes or 40 blaster bolts before being depleted. His swing speed will be fairly average. His stamina regen delay will again be only 1 second, to which he will regain his stamina very quickly. Luke will deal 550 damage to the front and 600 to the back, so we will be one-shotting every trooper, like essentially every hero. Luke's damage is fairly average. You will have 2 dashes. During a dash, you are given 30% damage reduction. His movement speed will be fairly average compared to other lightsaber heroes. And Luke's weapon of choice is his lightsaber. Which one it is will depend on the appearance you have selected for him. Now, with that out of the way, let's go over his abilities, which I'll actually go into arcade, just in case I need to help you visualize. So then, Luke has an interesting roster of abilities promoting a more up close and staying in battle play style. So let's just load this up, and we can get to it. Actually, maybe if we go to dark side, maybe this will be a bit more accurate of a representation, because again the abilities are not the same as Battlefront 2, so I'm going to quickly switch to dark side. So this Dooku's Lightning Stun will be a bit better of a representation. So Luke's left ability is called Force Slam. So this causes all opponents in front of him off the ground before slamming them down to the ground. Similar to how he's floating the boxes and R2-D2 in The Empire Strikes Back, just he won't be handstanding. This ability will only deal damage once the opponent is slammed to the ground, and this ability can be used while moving. This ability will deal 1000 damage per opponent when the opponents are slammed to the ground. The radius will be in front of Luke and will be 15 meters. The ability can be blocked. This ability will also halt Luke's movement, and Luke can't block abilities in the ability's duration. The cooldown for this ability is 15 seconds. Now I'm going to quickly back out again, because and then switch back to the light. Maybe I should just swap the order I have these in for convenience sake. Anyway, now we've got to go over to Finn. Right then, so Luke's middle ability is called It Binds Us. Hold on. This causes Luke to buff his own and his allies' damage. If they are using blasters, it will buff their damage by 300. If they are using melees, it will buff their damage by 500. Now, this is a unique ability, as once it is used, it will not have an area of effect for people to work in. Hold on, I need to pause the gameplay to actually focus on this. So you press it, and those people that are around you when you press it are buffed. No people that weren't there when you buff them will get buffed. Similar to the Officer's Battle Command in Battlefront 2. This ability will last 20 seconds and the radius is 20 meters, available around him. If you are an enemy, you will see a timer next to the player's or AI's name. This timer will represent the length of the ability, so you have some way to prepare for it. This ability can be used while moving, and you can block when it is active. The ability's cooldown is 60 seconds. I'm not sure if I mentioned it for the last ability, but the Force Slam has a cooldown of 15 seconds. Right then, we've got to back out again. Right then, going back to the dark side. That is a drawback of having to do this live. It does mean you have to go through all of this, but it's just easier for me to do it this way. So now we got Vader. Right then, so Luke's right ability will be called Force Choke. The radius again being 15 meters in front of Luke. This will cause opponents to stop in their tracks, stopping them from moving and grabbing their throat. Although they can still adjust which direction their camera is facing. The ability will last 3 seconds, dealing 700 damage. Dealing 2,100 damage, dealing 700 damage a second. Dealing 2,100 damage in total. However, if you are using a character that can block, you can still block incoming attacks when you are being choked. Note though, if you attack somebody that is being choked, it will cancel the use of choke on them, but not others that remain being choked. This ability can be blocked. This ability can be used while moving, and you can block during the duration of the choke. This ability's cooldown is 25 seconds. Note, Luke can block while using all of these abilities. Now with that out of the way, let's go to his play style. Well then, back to the collection menu, back to Luke. Luke is intended to be a team player. His abilities don't allow him much in the form of standing on his own, but he can manage if he has to. Overall, he takes practice use, but is a powerful character when with his team. So, to Luke's Star Cards. Now, it should be noticed before we get into this, while there are boost cards that improve abilities, they only improve the default abilities, not the ability replacement cards. And as such, they will remain unselectable if the buff they give for an ability is replaced by an ability card. Also remember, the star card limit has been increased from 3 to 4. So Luke's first boost card is called Jedi Knight. This card will give Luke a bonus to his stamina, giving him more. The common rank will give him a 10% bonus, the uncommon rank will give him a 20% bonus, the rare rank will give him a 25% bonus, and the epic rank will have a 30% bonus. Luke's second boost card is called Legendary Presence. This card will give Luke and nearby allies a 15% damage reduction so long as 2 allies are near him. The radius will vary depending on the rank. The common rank will be 5 meters, the uncommon rank will be 7 meters, the rare rank will be 10 meters, and the epic rank will be 15 meters. Luke's third boost card is called Not Far Enough. Luke's choke will have extra range. The uncommon rank will extend the range by 3 meters. Huh? Oh, I got the wrong way around. The common rank will extend the range by 3 meters. The uncommon rank will extend the range by 5 meters. The rare rank will extend the range by 7 meters. And the epic rank will extend the range by 10 meters. Luke's fourth boost card is called Dark Embrace. Luke will deal extra damage with his lightsaber. The common rank will increase it by 20 damage. The uncommon rank will increase it by 40 damage. The rare rank will increase it by 80 damage. And the epic rank will increase it by 100 damage. Luke's fifth boost card is called Survival. This card will give damage reduction so long as it binds us is active. This will not stack with Legendary Presence and will instead take over that card's effect. However, it will decrease the melee damage, increased melee damage by 200 and decreases the increased blaster damage by 100. The common rank will grant 5% damage reduction, the uncommon rank will grant 10% damage reduction, the rare rank will grant 20% damage reduction, and the epic rank will grant 40% damage reduction. Luke's sixth boost card is called Hardened Slam. This card will increase the damage of his... I changed that to Force Slam, not Feel the Force, but this card will increase the damage of his Force Slam ability, which I have here listed as Feel the Force, because that's what I originally called it. The common rank will give 200 extra damage, the uncommon rank will give 500 extra damage, the rare rank will give 700 extra damage, and the epic rank will give 1000 extra damage. Luke's seventh boost card is called Let Go. This card will extend the duration Force Choke lasts. The common rank will extend it by 1 second, the uncommon rank will extend it by 2 seconds, the rare rank will extend it by 3 seconds, the epic rank will extend it by 4 seconds. Okay, that's pretty powerful. Luke's eighth boost card is called Spirit Guidance. This card allows Luke to see damaged enemies through walls in a certain radius. The common rank is 10 meters, the uncommon rank is 15 meters, the rare rank is 20 meters, and the epic rank is 25 meters. Now, Luke's 9th and final boost card is called I Feel the Good in You. Enemies within a 5-meter radius of Luke will have their damage decreased. Now, note if you are outside the 5-meter radius and are shooting at Luke or using force powers outside that 5-meter range, the reduced damage will not take effect. It will only take effect once you're in the radius. And it's just not stuck with survival boost with the survival boost card. And instead, the survival boost card will take over the effect instead of someone. If will take over the effect instead if someone is within 5 meters of you, and there are teammates nearby. The common rank will decrease the damage for heroes and reinforcements by 50, and the damage for troopers by 10. The uncommon rank will decrease the damage for heroes and reinforcements by 100 and the damage for troopers by 20. The rare rank will decrease the damage for heroes and reinforcements by 150 and the damage for troopers by 25. And the epic rank will decrease the damage for heroes and reinforcements by 200 and troopers by 30. Now the best boost cards are loaded out in my opinion. For Jules, Dark Embrace, I Feel the Good in You, Let Go and Harden Slam. For H3V, Dark Embrace, I Feel the Good in You, Let Go and Harden Slam. You could swap one of these cards out for Survival or Spirit Guidance. For Trooper modes, Legendary, Presence, Jedi Knight, Spirit Guidance, and Not Far Enough. Now, with the boost cards out of the way, it's time for the fun part, the ability cards. I've only had a drink here, I could go on my throat. Anyway, now hero ability cards do not come with upgrades and are instead used to replace abilities entirely. So Luke's first ability card is called, hold on, give me a moment. Luke's first ability card is called Force Push. As it says, it knocks down and pushes enemies away. Oh, Luke cannot use this while jumping or while moving. He will stop to use this ability, kind of like in Battlefront 2015, I guess. The range is again 15 meters. This ability replaces the right ability. This ability can be blocked. Luke can't block during this animation. During the ability's animation, it deals 800 damage. The cooldown is 10 seconds. Luke's second ability card is called Flip. This is a block breaking ability and will cause Luke to flip towards his enemy, dealing damage. The range for this ability is 10 meters. This can be used while moving. This ability replaces the middle ability. Luke can't block in this ability's duration. It deals 700 damage. And the cooldown is 7 seconds. Right, then got to switch back over to the dark side. You know, if this was Kyber, it'd be so much easier to do this. With like H3V Chaos mode. Because I know that unlocks both sides. But anyway, Luke's third and final ability card is called Force Crush. This will make Luke focus on a single opponent. If they're blocking, they will block the attack. However, Luke is left open as he cannot move, but can block while using this ability. He will lock the opponent in place and deal damage to them. This ability lasts 3 seconds. This ability replaces the right ability. It deals 500 damage a second, dealing 1,500 damage in total. The radius is 15 meters with a 12-second cooldown. So then, let's back out again. I know there's someone watching this. Hello. I know this. Anyway, overall, the star cards I suggest are... I don't know why I put these star card suggestions in, because, you know, they're not actually... This isn't even a proper game, but anyway. For Jules, Dark Embrace, Force Crush, Jedi Knight, and I Feel the Good in You. For HVV, Dark Embrace, I Feel the Good in You, Let Go and Harden Slam. You could swap one of these cards out for Survival or Spirit Guidance. For Trooper modes, I put for trooper modes twice. For trooper modes, legendary presence, Jedi Knight, survival and force push. Now with that very long session out of the way, it's time to get to the cosmetic part of this video, emotes and appearances. Now this will be a chart for skins. It says to show a skin chart showing the rarity and prices, which I did not make. Never mind, because they're pretty much just going to be the same as Battlefront 2, so let's just, leave it at that. Now, it will be noted that for appearances, there will be an add-on system, allowing to add extra things to the appearances of each character without paying for another appearance. This is mainly just because there are so many little variations of each appearance that, it would just kind of wind up just being a bit greedy. Anyway, but you never know. Maybe if it was a real game, they will make it all separate appearances. Anyway, now I'll go over Luke's launch appearances and then his post-launch appearances that will be added to the game, which will be added as the game receives updates. So I guess I'll try and... I don't actually have all of this set up yet, so hang on. You know what, you're just going to have to bear with me. You can go and Google these yourself, because this is going to take a very long time to try and get every one up for you. So Luke's default appearance is called Jedi Knight. This is his appearance from episode 6. Add-ons include the robes he wears over the black suit, the flap down or up, his brown cloak, his brown hood with his cloak, and the option to have his cybernetic hands gloved or gloveless. Luke's second appearance is an uncommon appearance and is his Endor appearance. Add-ons include having the option to have the helmet on or off, and of course the glove or not. Luke's third appearance is a rare appearance and is his Hoth appearance. Add-ons include having his face be all scarred from the Wampa or no scarring at all, his helmet being on or off, his goggles down or up, and the scarf over his mouth or not. And Luke's final launch appearance is a legendary appearance and is his exiled appearance from The Force Awakens. Add-ons include having the cape on or off and having the hood up or down. And there are loads of other appearances here, so you're going to have to bear with me. I've definitely got, for the next stream, I'm going to have to set up, I'm going to have to do lots of pre-prepping for these appearances. Anyway, now these are the appearances that will be added after launch. Rescue appearance, common. This is his appearance from The Mandalorian, which yes, does mean he will be playable in the New Republic era. At a later point, we already covered that. Add-ons for this appearance include the robes, the cloak, and the hoods. During the game's lifespan, this will be an item shop exclusive, only appearing now and then, but once the game's lifespan is over, it will be available to purchase like any other appearance. Teacher appearance, uncommon. This is his appearance from the Book of Boba Fett. There are no add-ons for his appearance. When you're having ceremony appearance, where add-ons include having the coat on or off. X-Wing pilot appearance, epic. Add-ons include the helmet and the face, and include the helmet and face / hair changing to be from A New Hope, Empire or Return. And also a lightsaber swap changing from Anakin's lightsaber with the New Hope and Empire appearance to Luke's lightsaber with the Return appearance. The best spin appearance legendary add-ons include Battle Damage Face. Dagobah training legendary add-ons include a backpack and a backpack with Yoda inside. During the game's lifespan, this will be an item shop exclusive, only appearing now and then, but once the game's lifespan is over, it will be available to purchase like any other appearance. Farm-Boy legendary add-ons include a poncho, hat, a belt swap for his Stormtrooper belt, and his training helmet with a visor up or down. Acto legendary. This is his black outfit in The Last Jedi. Add-ons include having the cloak on or off and adding the hood projection. Legendary. This is appearance when appearing as projection to Kylo Ren on Crate. Add-ons include swapping his lightsaber from Anakin's to Luke's. And now with that out of the way, I would get into the emotes, but there's a lot here. For the later concepts, I said I was just started to say, put the emotes you want down in the comments section. And honestly, I think that's probably the right way to go. So, post down any emotes you would want for Luke to have. I really should just take a moment to take a breather, but I got to do Vader now. What is the time? Right then, that's 25. Give me a moment. 25. Let's just go with 25, 20, and then we'll get into Vader. So then to Darth Vader. Darth Vader will very much be like a tank in this game, similar to the previous two games. He'll be a slow but highly damaging character. He'll only be playable in the original trilogy era. Of course, in hero modes and Galactic Assault, this war is ignored. So to the statistics, Vader's health will be 25,000. Now, not like just about every hero, Vader cannot heal in trooper modes. You can only gain health by killing opposing heroes in the match. Now, if you are in hero modes, this will work differently. Vader's health regeneration pool is 4,000. And of course, upon killing heroes in all modes, he receives 3,000 health. His health regeneration delay will be 5 seconds. The amount he regenerates per second after the delay is 1,000. Now, Vader has quite high stamina, being able to swing 30 times before being depleted. He can block 25 melee swings and 60 blaster bolts before being depleted. His swing speed will be rather slow. His stamina regen delay will be 3 seconds, and he will gain it at a fairly average speed, not too slow but not too fast. He deals 600 damage to the front and 750 damage to the back, so like every hero, he will be one-shotting every trooper. Vader's damage is fairly high. He will have 2 dashes. During the dash, you're given 30% damage reduction. His movement speed will be slow compared to other lightsaber heroes, but not too slow. Vader's weapon of choice is his Crimson Dual Phase lightsaber. So now then to his abilities. No. This is tiring. So onto Vader's abilities. It's just... I'll get this up ready, and I think this may be time that we pull out Paint 3D for reference. So, now, Vader's abilities are designed to be crowd clearing and highly damaging. He can go up close or stay quite a bit back. His left ability is called Chaining Throw. So let me just... Actually, I'm going to make Vader red here. So... and actually make the lightsaber green for some reason. Anyway, so when used, Vader will throw his lightsaber. It will lock onto a specific enemy and bounce from that enemy to another. It can bounce to 5 enemies before returning to Vader. To which then it can bounce to another 5 enemies on its return. It will deal 800 damage per strike. Darth Vader can block while he is using this, and the ability can be blocked. It will throw forward for 20 meters, and if it detects no one in that range, it will just return to Vader. If it does detect someone, it will bounce to them and then bounce to another, so long as they are within 10 meters of each other, which will allow it to go past the initial 20 meters. It will have a cooldown of 15 seconds. Vader can move when this is active. Oh, I still have 3 other abilities to go. His middle ability is called Force Wave, which actually... Give me a moment. I think this is what it's probably going to be. It basically works... when used, Vader will thrust a free hand, sending... okay, so, hold on. So... when used, Vader will thrust his free hand forward, sending a wave of force energy at his opponents in front of him and throwing them back. The animation is quite slow, like Luke's ground force push in Battlefront 2015, so you do have to be careful how you use it. So, yeah, like just Luke's general force push, I guess. You have to be careful how you use it, as again the animation is slow and Vader can't block when this is active. The ability can be blocked, it will deal 750 damage, the radius is 15 meters, the cooldown is 20 seconds, Vader can't move when this is active. His right ability is, I'd have to switch games to actually show you how this works properly. Give me a moment, bear with. Having to switch to 2015 Battlefront, bear with. Right then, I've got Battlefront 2015 Battlefront up for this. So I've really had right then, so actually I need to turn all the volumes down all the way. Right then, so his right ability I can't believe I've had to switch games for this. Anyway, his right ability is called Force Choke, and it basically works like his 2015 choke. If you don't know how that works, basically Vader grabs an enemy with the Force, chokes them, and kills them with the choke. You can only choke one enemy at a time. You can only choke one enemy though, and in this, I missed that car. And in this Battlefront 3, he will be able to hold heroes in the choke. The choke will last 5 seconds and deal 350 damage per second. Now, where are you? Where's someone to demonstrate this again? He will do. He will be able to hold heroes in the choke. The choke will last 5 seconds, deal 350 damage per second, dealing 1,750 damage in total. The ability has a radius of 12 meters. The ability can be blocked, and the cooldown will be 18 seconds. Vader can move when this is active. Note, attacking them with a melee while they are in the choke will not release them from it. Then let's just go choke this guy. Oh, never mind. Come on, there. And I missed that choke, didn't I? Never mind. Right then, I need to switch back now. So bear with me again. Bear with. Bear with. 2's loading. Don't worry, it's loading at the moment. Bear with. Battlefront crashed. Hold on. We'll try this again. I may as well just start explaining it to you if I can't load it back up. I can always have Paint 3D to illustrate what I mean, don't I? I can always use Battlefront Wiki. Bear with for a moment. Hopefully all load back up. Gives me a chance to breathe anyway. Okay, it's loaded back up, so I can now share my screen again for this. Oh, Now, since you used the chosen one, its fourth and final ability is called Dark Rage. This is similar to Focus Rage in Battlefront 2. Vader's damage will be increased by 300 to both sides, so 900 to the front and 1050 to the back. And that will only increase with the boost card Relentless. Vader gains a third dodge, and he's given 20% damage reduction. The cooldown is 25 seconds. Vader can move and block when this is active. This ability can be blocked, seeing as it is just a buff ability. There we go. Right then. Give me a moment. Right then. Now onto his play style. Vader is intended to be used in situations or maps where there are a ton of enemies. He can push with or without his team and deal tons of damage. His default abilities are intended to be chained, so you can make the most out of them. For example, starting with a chain throw to start clearing them up, then a force wave to get rid of the survivors, and then a choke if someone survived, finished up by a lightsaber deflection and lightsaber swings to the few survivors. Overall, Vader is intended to be a heavy damage dealer. So now onto Vader's cards. Now again, it should be noticed before we get into this, while there are boost cards that improve abilities, they improve the default abilities, not ability replacement cards, and as such they will remain unselectable if the buff they give for an ability is replaced by an ability card. Onto the boost cards. Also remember the start card has been increased from 3 to 4. So Vader's first boost card is called Dead Men. Vader's chained throw can hit more targets. The common will allow him to hit up to 7 enemies. The uncommon will allow him to hit up to 8 enemies. The rare will allow him to hit up to 9 enemies. And the epic will allow him to hit up to 10 enemies with his chained throw. Vader's second boost card is called Tormented Rage. Vader will receive permanent damage reduction to him. Vader will receive permanent damage reduction from all attacks. The common will give him 4% damage reduction, uncommon will give him 6%, the rare will give him 8%, and epic will give him 10% damage reduction. Vader's third boost card is called Relentless. It will increase the damage of Vader's lightsaber. Common will be 650 to the front and 800 to the back. Uncommon will be 700 to the front, 850 to the back. Rare will be 750 to the front, 900 to the back, and epic will be 800 to the front and 1000 to the back. Vader's fourth boost card is called Lack of Faith. He can choke more enemies when using his force chokes as long as they are within a 15-meter radius. Common will let Vader choke 2 people, uncommon will let him choke 3, rare will let him choke 4, and epic will let him choke 5. Vader's fifth boost card is called Dark Lord. Vader will have an increase to his health. Vader will boost his health to 2,000. At common will boost his health to 20,800. Uncommon will boost it to 30,000. Rare will boost it to 30,200. Uncommon being 30,000, and epic will boost it to 30,500. Vader's sixth boost card is called Supreme Commander. Vader will grant nearby allies 20% damage reduction, but he takes no damage reduction himself. The card's effect will determine the radius. I think that just means the card's rank. At common, they need. Oh, never mind. The card's effect will determine the radius. At common, they will need to be within 10 meters of Vader. Uncommon, they will need to be within 15 meters. At rare, they will need to be within 20 meters, and at epic, they will need to be within 25 meters. Vader's seventh boost card is called Force Blast. Vader will deal more damage with his Force Wave ability. At common, will be boosted to 800. At uncommon, will be boosted to 850. At rare, will be boosted to 900, and epic will be boosted to 950. Vader's eighth boost card is called Accurate Deflection. As it says, Vader will deflect bolts straight back at his enemies without needing to aim, and they will just hone onto them. It will increase the cost of his stamina. However, it will be a 40% increase at common, 30% increase at uncommon. 25% increase at rare and 20% increase at epic. Vader's 9th and final boost card is called Servant of the Emperor. This card will reduce his ability cooldowns. At common, it will reduce them by 2 seconds. At uncommon, it will reduce them by 3 seconds. At rare, it will reduce them by 4 seconds. And at epic, it will reduce them by 5 seconds. Onto suggested cards for duels: Relentless, Tormented Rage, Servant of the Emperor, and Dark Lord. But the card Force Blast is also a good choice for HPV. Servant of the Emperor, Dark Lord, Lack of Faith, and Relentless. But Tormented Rage and Force Blast are also good choices. And for trooper modes, pretty much any of his cards make a good combo for this. Onto his ability cards. As a reminder, hero ability cards do not come with upgrades and are instead used to replace abilities entirely. Hopefully this will give me a chance to breathe. Right then. This is... I'm not going to... I'd have to switch sides once to give you the full experience for this, but I'm not going to do that. So for his first ability card, it is called Force Pull. As the name suggests, this will replace Vader's middle ability. Vader will grab all enemies within a 15-meter radius and pull them to him. He can't block while using this. This ability can be blocked, and the cooldown is 15 seconds. Right then. Come on, Kylo. I need to get rid of you and go back to Vader. His second ability card is just called Lightsaber Throw. This will replace his left ability. This basically acts like the lightsaber throw in Battlefront 2. You throw it in the direction you want, it goes there and it comes back to you. It has a range of 20 meters and a cooldown of 15 seconds. Vader can block and move when this is active. This ability can be blocked, and I didn't actually give it a cooldown, so I'm just going to say the cooldown is the same as the chains throw, which is... Oh no, I did give it a cooldown of 15 seconds. Sorry, I can't have to mindlessly read it because there's so much. This is the ability I was talking about where I'd have to switch sides to show you, but I'm just not going to do that. So his third ability card is called Shockwave. This will replace Vader's middle ability. Vader will fling his arms and send a 360-degree force push in a radius of 20 meters. This will deal 1000 damage and can be blocked. Vader cannot move or block when this is active. I didn't give this a cooldown. So let's just say... let's go with I want to say 15 seconds, but I think 20 seconds is probably better. So now we just got to switch. So I have to switch to item for this one. And for his fourth and final ability card, this is called Force Destruction. This will replace Vader's left ability. You will hold down this ability to charge it, like Obi-Wan's all-out push in Battlefront 2, and then Vader will unleash a blast of red energy. Vader can't move or block when this is active, but he does gain a 50% damage reduction in the charge-up. This will penetrate through blocks and deal damage over time for 10 seconds. The initial blast will deal 100 damage if you don't charge it up, and 700 damage if you do charge it up to the max. The overtime damage will be 100, so that will be 1100 to 1700 damage total. If you charge it to the full charge-up time, if you charge it to full, the charge-up time will be 2 seconds. The range is 18 meters. The cooldown is 25 seconds. So overall, the suggested cards are Tormented Rage, Dark Lord, Relentless, and Servant for the Emperor. However, Force Destruction is a good choice also. For HPV, Shockwave, Servant of the Emperor, Dark Lord, Tormented Rage, or Force Destruction is a good choice also. Trooper modes, any of his boost cards will do. Vader's default abilities are designed to take on clear large groups of troopers. Now, onto Vader's appearances. Now, after this, I may just as well start just a more general stream for Battlefront, because I just need to, catch my breath back. Anyway, now isn't this exciting? One thing many people were always asking for was for Vader to get some appearances, and so here we are. Like Luke, we'll start with his launch appearances and then his post-launch appearances. I'm saying to bring up the skin chart again, but let's just go with whatever it was in Battlefront 2. So remember, appearances can have add-ons that come free with the appearance. So then let's begin. His default appearance will be called Dark Lord. This is his appearance from The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Add-ons include being able to remove the cape. That's not really a good add-on. His second appearance is uncommon and will be called his Death Star appearance. This is his appearance from A New Hope. Add-ons include being able to remove the cape and to have his helmet broken on the right side, just like Rebels. Now into his post-launch appearances. His third appearance is called Battle Damaged and is legendary. This is his battle damage look from The Force Unleashed. Add-ons include being able to remove the cape and being able to remove the helmet. This is unlocked through getting 1,500 kills with Vader online. His fourth appearance is called Death Star Plans and is uncommon. This is his appearance from Rogue One. Add-ons include being able to remove the cape. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with removing the cape. His fifth appearance is called Hunt for Kenobi and is uncommon. This is his appearance on the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Add-ons include being able to remove the cape and a broken helmet on the left side. And again, we've got loads of quotes here, but I'm just going to end it off with what I wrote here. And so pop the emotes you want for Vader in the comments below, because I cannot be bothered to go and read through them all. And also, I think it's better just to let you guys come up with the quotes yourselves. So with that, we finish our lengthy episode of the Battlefront 3 concept. Yeah, it really was lengthy, past me. Depending on how long this comes out, I may just do each character on their own from here on out. That will be a good idea, but we'll see. I also intend to go from doing a concept for each trilogy. So this was an original trilogy concept, so this will be a prequel concept, then we'll have a sequel concept, a new Republic concept, and another Republic concept, and we'll start the cycle again. I completely broke that as soon as I finished the first cycle. So we're just going to ignore that, I guess, for this from now on. I'll just do it in the order I want to. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I guess goodbye. Maybe I'll start up another stream and just do general Battlefront 2, because honestly, this has been tiring. So I guess bear with me. I'll start up another stream for just more general Battlefront 2, and you could just watch. So yeah, give me a moment, but this is the episode done for now. I guess you can come back next time for more Battlefront 3 concept. So I'll start up another stream for just more general Battlefront 2, and yeah. So see you all later if you're watching this from the Battlefront 3 playlist in the future or something. Bye.